Oh yeah, ay. When you need a hand and you don't know why, just know that I'll be there. When the road is long and you feel so tired.
All right, hello YouTube. John Reagan here, CEO, founder at E-Powersport.com. And yes, Elon Musk is right. CEO is such a made-up term, really. I mean, when you do a startup, it's pretty much you do everything. It's like it should just be instead of CEO, it should just be person that does it all. So I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to come to you today. Missed the Sunday coffee chat. Had a lot going on, and I'd also ridden out 150 miles on these bikes, and over 3 days, about 50 miles a day. I was a little wiped out. Had to recover. Wanted to also point out we do have the Watt Wagons Hydra demo up for sale. We're doing it at 10% over invoice, so that comes out to about $7,200. I've really tried to keep the miles down. It's really hard though, honestly, when you got a demo like this in the shop. Yeah, it's just over 100 miles right now on it. Beautiful ride. I could not endorse that enough. That thing is just gorgeous. So yeah, that's available. But what I really want to get into today is how we work, and how even with our own brands that we work with, how if they don't live up to our standards and what we would expect to sell to you as a good quality product, we don't work with them anymore. So one of those brands we're talking about today is Kontax. So unfortunately, Kontax has gone in a very different direction from when we signed up with them a little while ago. And I want to point some of this out, and that's why I'm bringing this bike in here and bringing this bike over here and show you what I'm talking about. So here we have both models. I mean, this one doesn't have a seat because the seat was all wonky on this one too, that I have to readjust and make sure it's all right. We'll get into that more. But here we have two models of bike from Kontax, made at very different times, and turned out to be very different models in that respect. So this one we got early. It's a 750 watt pedal assist only. You may have seen me do some videos on this. It's a great bike. I honestly love this bike. It comes with a 750 watt Bafang motor, right? So you know you get a good solid retail name right on there, Bafang. And then nice rims. It has a nice handlebar. The brakes are standard brakes. They're just mechanical, brakes. They're not e-bike brakes that cut the motor, but you don't necessarily need that because it has a torque sensor and it's pedal assist only. So when you stop pedaling, the motor stops already, and you're really just using the brakes to truly stop you and slow you down. I probably would have gone with just some basic mountain bike hydraulics on this, but it's still really nice. I mean, for the price and everything, I think the value is here. You have decent brakes, you have a good shock fork, triple crown, looks good. You have a nice light carbon fiber frame. It has a cool no seat post design, right? Nice big open area here. And it comes with a nice, let me make sure I got the right one for this bike, 12.75 amp hour battery pack. Now, I do want to point something out. Let's start with the differences between these two bikes looking at these battery packs, okay? This bike was produced much earlier, I would say end of last year or so. And so a lot of the parts were available, right, that they needed. These cases, as you can see, and I'll bring them up closer. I don't have the little view window. There we go. So what we see on this Kontax is that it's a sticker, right? So this is just a real cheap way to do it. You get a basic blank case like this, slap stickers on it, bam, labeled, it's ours. So this came from the newest bike we got, the 1,000 watt throttle assist bike, which we'll get into this one. And then this was the older model. You can use a little dust. But these are actually painted on. So this is, silk screen, decal graphic. It's not a, you can feel it's raised, so it's definitely an applique. But it's not a sticker, right? Which these are literally stickers. So much, much cheaper fashioning. And that's really just the beginning of where these two bikes deviate in their quality. As you're looking at it, you can probably see the shine that exists on these tires for this 1,000-watt throttle assist model. Now, that shine tells me these don't have the actual, we call the grip rubber layer, which takes a lot of that shine away and gives you more of that dull rubbery look that we're used to. You see on these ones more, the CSTs. These Kendas, I think, are B grade, honestly. And that's noticeable too when you start looking at how they sit within the rim. The bead tucks under, and I've already deflated, reseated, reinflated, and this is actually a defect in the tire itself on both sides, as well as the back tire on both sides. So it's a defective run of these tires. It got right through production. They didn't care. They just sent it right out. So that's very disappointing for me. I don't know if you can see it too. Let me grab the camera off the tripod here. Sorry, we're getting a little more allergens and stuff in the air. It's messing with my, there we go, messing with my allergies a bit. So you can see this chain is I'm laughing because it's just so crazy to me. This looks to be a galvanized chain. If you look down those lines there, you can see that it's starting to come off already. So this is like a cheap method to basically weatherproof a cheap chain, right? I mean, they might as well spray paint it silver as far as I'm concerned. It does have a nice Altus, really big geared, this is really nice derailleur. But when we come over here to the 750 watt, we see they used a normal chain. So just something normal. You can put some grease on, put some oil on it, dry oil, whatever. It'll work just fine. So some of these things you might say are just nitpicky, but not really. When it comes to the areas I found on this bike that have rough spots, like right here, and then some up under here, this unit actually has it just in spades. I mean, I can feel it right here, right along this side. This side's super smooth, this side's rough. Unlike the other one where it actually looks like they took some time and pride on finishing the frame. And I think that's really what happened here with this 1,000 watt. Before I get into the summation, let me also point out, this is not a Bafang motor. Okay. This is, I was informed, an AKM, which I believe is made by Green Pedal. And Green Pedal, motor-wise, does not have the best reputation that I've heard as far as power motors and stuff go. Even further, this display is not a Bafang display. I can get these from another provider. It's called a C2 or S2. And I think it's S2 standing for simple, because this only has 4 settings and it does not allow you to completely unlock the bike to its full performance. So you have a 1,000 watt motor basically neutered to 20 miles per hour, and 25 or 28 if you're pedaling. So even unlocking all the stuff here, because it's not fully programmable with this display, you lose a lot of functionality. And so all these things combined, the customer decided to return the bike, rightly so, for a refund, and we've issued that refund. And in working with Kontax on trying to get these refunded, we began initially, let's start with that. Initially, we were informed, sure, absolutely, John, we will refund the cost of this, and we'll get it sent back to our warehouse there in the US. So about 3-4 days later, they informed us that they would like to give us $1,000 refund, basically a partial refund on a bike that we can no longer sell, right? Don't worry about it. These things fall down stuff all the time. And so we can't sell this. The customer wants their money back. We're refunding them. They're basically $2,500. We're out that money, and we have to work now with the supplier on this bike to get our money back, get it returned, and they're being difficult about it. So because they're being difficult about it, and because of the level of inconsistencies we're seeing between what's being sold, what's showing up, we have pulled Kontax from our sales list. I think at the moment we might have the 750 watts available. But yeah, after everything we've been dealing with on this, we didn't want you to get stuck in a situation like this, so we figured it best just to pull Kontax. I don't feel bad about it, actually. We've been working with another company out there that's just getting set up and has some really, really great designs to work with. And I've been working with them to nurture them as well on what the US customer is looking for and how to make sure that we keep the US customers happy, and don't end up with situations like this where a small business such as myself is out probably about $1,000 plus right now with the time and everything of ordering and with getting this in, and all my time and trying to fix the issues and get the refund back and having to refund the customer and not getting all my money back. So yeah, I mean, these are some of the pitfalls of working with some of these companies. And you know, a lot of them will tell you, oh, well, you get the Alibaba refund system. We'll see what they say. I've already, in some of my interactions, shown that the Alibaba refund system is just the manufacturer still is sitting there on the other side responding to you. So, and it fully favors the supplier. It does not protect the buyer, from what I've seen. So it's been evidentiary to me. So yeah, so that's why we don't carry Kontax anymore. I love this frame. I really love this frame. If I get shafted and I have to, you know, eat this cost on it, believe me, I'm gonna trick this thing out and beat the heck out of it. I'll get my money's worth. We're gonna have some fun with it. But this one I actually have really enjoyed, and I would not mind, you know, selling it to somebody. I think it's a great bike. I think it runs awesome. I've taken it out multiple times. I love riding it around town in the dirt, doing bunny hops, jumps. It freaking rocks. Yeah, so I mean, I would sell this demo and fully support it myself, since I don't want to work with Kontax anymore because they have proven they don't want to operate as an honorable company and honor their commitments as a business in providing the appropriate product. So, and we don't want to do that to you. Yeah. So just know that, you know, you may not see the Kontax stuff up there, but we do have another supplier coming in the next month or two that's just got some amazing designs and some things that we've been working on with them that you're gonna see and be like me and be like, oh, they're just awesome. Yeah, hot in the garage today. Ooh, getting up to 100 here in Vegas, maybe 99, 100. Yeah, so understand that we work to protect you. We work to protect your money. We work to protect your interest in what you're buying. And if it's not right, we send it back, and we have to eat the cost. Like I said in my post the other day, we're eating ramen in my shop where the customer and the supplier, they get to have their steaks. So that's what we do.
I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there.